That's not a goal, though. Like saying, make Mark's Dwarf work. That's not a goal. That's not an RP goal. That's not a storytelling device. That's just a option that's given to you in every fort. That's not unique to your fort. When I say, let's build a goal, it's like, all right, what do we want to do in this world? How do we want to affect this world? Do we want to unleash chaos? Do we want to be good? Do we want to be evil? Do we want to, like, that kind of... That's, again, I still disagree. That's not an RP goal. That's a mechanic. Make a large library underwater? Okay, so there's a difference between make a large library underwater and build a fortress focused on scholars. Does that make sense? There's a big difference. And if you're gonna do a fortress focused on scholars, okay, fuck defense, we'll wait out all sieges. Let's go somewhere secluded and have a small population. Something like that. A place of rest and enlightenment. Interesting. All right, well, anyway, this is the setup for this fort. We can't retire this fort right now because we're under siege currently. Anyway, we fought off a bunch of them, and there's a lot of drowned stuff in here. This is our defensive line where we drain the ocean. Healers, and has a guild in one wing of the fort that the cells for necromantic experiments are placed. I mean, we could try and do something like that. Fallout style bunker fort. Interesting. This is our main living area where most of our dwarves hang out and sleep, as well as our hospital on the left. All of our temples, as well as where we have caught a forgotten beast. We do have Genloth Ozbakoth, the forgotten beast, who lives up here. He's a dinosaur. He's, you know, sees. A great one-eyed iguanodon. The knobby shell undulates rhythmically. Lavender brush scales round and close set. Beware its noxious secretions. So yeah, fully sealed in. Quite proud of it, actually. This is the area where we are draining stuffs and where we catch the forgotten beasts. Tried to catch a second one, but kind of killed it in the process. Uh-oh, looks like we got some rotten meat down there. I already done that. Although I'm fine with having some necromancers in the fort, but I don't want that to be... Someone already did, basically. I mean, Tapioca literally just said necromancer for it. That is above and below ground. We've kind of done that before, though, Silver Tongue. The problem with that is that that's left up to a lot of RNG. Like, you can... Like, I have public taverns here. No one shows up as visitors. I don't think I've had a single visitor this entire fort. This is our kitchens, and we have a trapped Etten back here. Right there. Which I'm quite proud of. As well as our prisons are over here. These are all of our prison cells. Not all of these are set up. The ones with chains in them are. Then below here, we have our well. And even further down, we have our soon-to-be proper mausoleum for the dead. Then lots of ore veins down here where we are getting, I think it's the ore of tin. Goes down here. There's plenty of gems that we need to mine out as well. Same with down here. Plenty of gems. And that's about it. Yeah, and so that's the whole fort right now. Getting Dream Team currently. I mean, here's the thing, right? When I say I'm looking for a theme for a new fort, you need more than just one thing, right? So, like, Mark's Dwarves only. That's just one thing. That's like a challenge. That's not a theme, right? I'm looking for themes. I'm looking for things that... A fort that focuses on weaponization of ducks. Minecarts full of duck eggs. Bridge catapults with ducks. War ducks. I have to change the raws to make war ducks a thing. I've never liked challenge runs in any game. It's a way of adding limitations, which makes games less interesting, in my opinion. Does that make sense? An organic only fort? What? Like, if we're talking mechanical limitations, that's much less interesting than... roleplay goals. Does that make sense? Like, let's look at Grand Theft Auto as an example. Grand Theft Auto RP, you can roleplay as a specific character in the world. Grand Theft Auto goal, collect all the guns. One is a mechanical goal, one is RP. Again, mechanical goal. Tapioca. I don't know. It's really difficult. This is why I have a hard time coming up with ideas for new forts. Really hope that they get that refuse cleaned out. Are we, we're not burrowed right now. Is store locked? Nope. Why aren't you dumping that, guys? Make a giant tree as a fort? Sounds very elfy to me. I'm totally fine with making a big tower above ground. I don't know about a giant tree. No, totally. And this is good. Keep doing that, Tapio. I mean, that sounds like a world gen thing, Tapio. The whole try and make a militaristic world. You know? I mean, currently we're just kind of waiting out this siege. I don't want to do that. That's all I'll say about that, Bamboozler. I don't want to. Can you roll a die? What do you... No, you can't. A lot of those new features are adventure mode specific. My refuse rule's weird. We just did a magma fort though. I wouldn't be against the idea of doing something super... Actually, what do we have in this world? I mean, I wouldn't be against the idea of settling up here somewhere. And doing like a glacier fort. Or is not interesting. Indoor fort. wouldn't be against the idea of doing something ice related, but then we need a good theme though. Evil biomes? I mean, we have for evil biomes. Eh. I don't know, this fort's been pretty military focused with quite a lot of, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't like doing that. That's a lot of tedium that isn't fun to watch. That's my problem with that, Zapdos. Lava Box, what up, dude?
Yo.
Thank you very much for the 33 months on the 33-month streak at tier 1. True story, chat. Flavorbox was the first person ever to subscribe to this channel when we got a sub button. Giant barn owl is fighting with a goblin bowman. There we go. I'm seeing this stuff getting dumped now. That's good. Still number 1. Like, you literally deserve that number 1 badge over anybody else, frankly. Thank you so much for keeping that sub alive. And consistently, too. People have dropped it. You never dropped it. Even though this channel is, like, completely different than it was when you initially subscribed back when. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I find that stuff super tedious. Do you guys remember, I had a fort once which was on a glacier, which only had 20 dwarves in it. And the whole shtick was, like, we started a civil war. I wouldn't be able to do that on this world. I wouldn't be able to do that on this world, and the reason I wouldn't be able to do it is because, jeez, miasma's rough. Because there isn't multiple dwarven factions, there's only one. Place both of those. Again, like, I would love to do that, but I'd need those animals to spawn, right? I would be okay with doing that and having, like, a very small military. Are you talking, like, low population fort where you just have, like, a super valuable ice fortress with minimal defenses where you just lock the doors when you get attacked? Just wait out the enemy? I wouldn't be against that. That could be interesting. Enter's been missing for a week? What? Shit. I mean, we have to wait out this siege regardless. I have flipped my desk around, so the window that you used to see is right in front of me. I'm still in the same place. I set up this setup because I don't have a bookshelf anymore. So we went that route. In fact, all of this stuff used to be in front of me, so this has always been here. All of the black sound foam. Tapioke the mayor. Oh yeah, Tapioke, you're my mayor, by the way. Hoping they'll get that dwarf corpse out of there. Is there a job on you yet? Turn off that. A lot of people in this fort have died, my dude. Yeah, you got a promotion because our mayor got murdered by the captain of the guard. Well, I mean, to be fair, the mayor threw a temper tantrum and broke some stuff. So it was justified, of course. Elaborate catacombs? I mean, if you build them, yes. You can't go back to work for 2 weeks. Well, Twitch exists. Are you in quarantine, or is it just okay? So your place of work is closed. Well, since you can't go back to work for 2 weeks. Flavabox, welcome to the fortress. You have a cousin in the fort who's one of our military dwarves and a few passing acquaintances. Unnamed fathers and parents are not in the fortress, no health problems. Feels euphoric due to inebriation within the last season, was disgusted upon retching on miasma and felt satisfied at work and was terrified reliving seeing a dwarf die. I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing? Faulted. You're a son of unimportant dwarves and is 87 years old, born the 17th of Malachite in the year 325. His long sideburns are neatly combed, and his very long mustache is neatly combed. His very long beard is braided, and his medium-length hair is neatly combed. He has very low cheekbones, and his ears are slightly flattened. His pink skin is wrinkled, and his slightly close-set jade eyes are somewhat narrow. You don't care? I mean, are you currently getting paid time off? Because that's rad. And also you're a scholar, so your job in this fortress is to ponder and read. So, you're very interested upon learning a lot of things, this dwarf. Percy thinks that it is of the utmost importance to present a bold face, never grouse or complain, or even show emotion. Strongly values tranquility and quiet, and sees those that attempt to maintain a dignified behavior as vain and offensive, and disregards tradition and values honesty. He is impervious to the effects of stress after being caught in the rain in the year 400, and dislikes abstract discussions and would rather focus on practical applications. He rarely feels strong cravings or urges, and is very calm, has a very calm demeanor, and generally is unhindered by the thoughts of others concerning his actions. Finds helping others emotionally rewarding, and he tends to be passive in discussions. Oh, you're on spring break and you have an extended week. Have you managed to die yet? Death of fish. I don't think so. Death count's actually pretty low for this fort, all things considered. Nope. Still metal crafting. You are kind of depressed, though. Over the long term, he's been under a great deal of stress. It's all starting to get me down, he says. All right. Should stop reading things that aren't on stream because my team's annoying. Well, not annoying, but they're typing. I want to know what they're talking about. Captain of your guard is 157. Really? It's a really old captain of the guard. Mentally strong, I'd assume? That's a good question. I don't know. Wait, how old was your dwarf? That's a fish? Not Spamber Boozler, who's also... How old are you? $158. Damn, you are old as shit. You are indeed old as shit. Who divorced and married the same person 3 times in a row? I find that stuff kind of funny. My favorite one was a necromancer who kept getting married and then killing her husbands and then rezzing them as zombies. That one was one of my favorite ones that I saw recently. Kobolds are indecisive and very rude. But, you know, you kind of gotta love the kobold's rudeness, you know? They're kind of fun. Neither. It's mud. I told you to expect to die. Well, I mean, we gave you a better job. I did also mention that my fisher dwarves were all being retrained as metal crafters. The pink and brown? I'm not sure what you mean by brown, but the pink is the stench of rotting flesh. It's a visualized smell. It's miasma. All right, wash your hands. Have a good time, Belug. Brown under cam. Oh, this? These? These are bins. Wooden bins filled with blocks. Man, those giant barn owls are getting shot at by those goblins up on the surface. We are draining this water, and when it drains enough, in theory, we could totally drown some more of them in here. In theory. There they are. Could also probably win in a fight against them. My military's pretty good. Mid-spring. A little worried that traders are going to show up. Yes, generally over there they're all coming from dead enemies. Dead creatures. In fact, actually, I'm going to lock this door for a second. We're going to clear out our garbage dump. Right now we're getting rid of corpses, basically. I'm crushing them. Basically, we're using the garbage mashers on the detention level to crush Luke and Chewie. I've got my my stone workers making a shit, and I do mean shit, ton of stuff. Pull the lever, cool. My mayor's gonna go pull the lever. That's fitting. Tapioca is my mayor, is depressed, and is unable to walk. Making shit. Yeah, no, they're making weapon racks, doors, cabinets. What actually do I have them making right now? Tables, thrones, weapon racks, and armor stands. That's it. They're making a lot of all of them. We're just gonna give them to the mountain home, too. You hate having a high-resolution 16:10 monitor? Look for tile sets that don't fuck it up. There are some. You could also play in windowed mode, which is what I do. That's what I do. Be like, I just don't play full screen. Yeah, I think there's a lot of options with configuring that stuff to make it work. You need to pull the lever again. We can start dumping stuff again. "15 minutes until what, Peter?" That might have something to do with it, Zapdos. Oh, you wanted to make dinner? Ow. Doesn't DF have a way of making a wonderful black boxes? Your screen? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, you can post it if you want. You can post it. All right. Make sure all this shit's set to be dumped. Back to working on that. Frame rate slowly gets better as the water drains. So I'm really liking the idea of doing a small population fort under a glacier. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a couple hours into this fortress today and just kind of see what happens. If I get any closer to becoming a mountain home, we can move in that direction. Otherwise, we can start a new fort today. Heck, we could do it in this world if we want to, or if you guys want to. Those beak dogs are vomiting up there. That's interesting. Sort of. That's a fish, sort of. Because, you know, realistically, we did achieve the main goal of this fort, which was to build a tower coming out of the ocean. Which is kind of cool. I mean, there's no sunlight, actually. They might also just be, like, getting stressed and panicking. Oh, another thing I'd like them to make. Coffin, rock. 20. We push those up in with the tables and whatnot. Also working on bone crafts. We're smelting garnerite. We're smelting metal objects. How are we doing on bars? Okay, we're almost out of charcoal. We've got plenty of wood, so charcoal. 200. Yeah, we'll do a glacier. I guess the real question is, do we want to do it in this world or a different world? Because if we do it in this world, it's actually pretty plausible because there's all of these dwarven forts down here, and then this big old glacier up here, and we could be totally in line with these guys, these goblins. Yo, that's got a lot of artifacts. Damn. So we could totally place a fort up here somewhere. Also, thank you very much to everybody who's tuned in for Dwarf Fortress. A few people have actually followed the stream since we started playing Dwarfs today. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. Basically, what I'm saying is I want a focused fort where I know that I can do some today in Dwarf Fortress stuff. Because, like, this fort's been fun, but there hasn't been anything really focused and small that I could very easily make a today in Dwarf Fortress out of. Fortress is where I kind of know what my goals are. Much easier to do that stuff, and I like making the today in Dwarf Fortress. The terrain is just so varied. Here's the thing. It actually is. Like, if you can find a glacier with soil, whew, or like shallow metals and deep metals, that sort of stuff. But like, what if we make a small population fortress initially? Like, let's just say we start off with 20 for the first 5 years, so very small. And then after 5 years, we bump the population up to 100, right? We keep the fortress small, and as their knowledge base grows, they get curious about what lies deep below the fort. I'm just saying, hypothetically, maybe they get curious. Dig a little deep. That could be a kind of a fun goal. Like a fortress of scholars that get too interested in what lies below. Light aquifers, heavy aquifers, either or. If it's frozen, it's much easier to deal with aquifers regardless. I mean, the knowledge must grow. They need to learn. Man, actually a lot of people playing Dwarfs today. That's cool. Okay, so I see dwarves making charcoal. Axon. I haven't seen you around the chat in a while. Still doing okay. A little bit stressed, but you'll be all right. Dwarven depression is unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. Let's open the caverns back up, because I already have another door open into the caverns, so... Right here, specifically. So they're going all the way out and down this way. There's a troglodyte right there. Poor bastard. There you go. Caverns are open. Frame rate immediately kicks up too. Yeah, no, this fort's been really cool. I've had a lot of fun building in this fort. Very spacious and open caverns. Shoutouts to that cat that's been in the caverns. That's now coming back in. Another thing that we've seen in this fortress, which I've never really seen before, is gremlins. Had like this oddly large population of gremlins that show up in this fort. It means there's gremlins alive in this world, which is kind of cool in and of itself. But, you know, at the end of the day, with all of the discussions and stuff we've had today, guys, thank you so much to all of you who hang out and support this channel. Seriously. Thank you so much to all of you. Turn on job cancellations, see what's getting canceled. Because, you know, this... Oh, you guys here. You guys are fantastic. Your stereo pictures, please. Or was that the thing that you already posted pictures of? Cancel store item inaccessible. I mean, it's kind of underwater. Also, I'm glad that there is some interest in the stuff I kind of want to do with my record player, recording the records. I think that stuff's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's a lot of just like them canceling collecting items that are underwater. A lot of that. Yeah, same. I mean, I just need to open Audacity and I can record incredibly high quality audio. Trying to get a lot of stuff dumped. Where what? Where's the siege at? It's up on the surface. We're locked inside, so they can't actually get to us right now. What? Oh. Apparently a bunch of them are in this creek. They're just like having a bath. But yeah, they're all just up on the surface. I killed about half of them, but apparently that wasn't enough. There's a lot of them in that little creek right there for some reason. There's a bunch up there. I'm hoping to be able to just drown more of them pretty soon. How deep is this? This is almost there. I need to get a little shallower. My drain's not the most effective, unfortunately. Also, investments are open. Heads up, chat. If anybody wants a dwarf, just let me know. I think, don't you have one, Yoskosh? Am I crazy? Yeah, you do. You're a cook. You're currently retching on miasma, unfortunately, because, you know, reasons. You worship a pantheon of gods. You have a bunch of children. 127 years old. Dreams of creating a great work of art, and this dream was realized. Oh, in the new fort. Oh, no, I'm talking about right now. I mean, realistically, we could totally just start a new fort too once this siege ends. New fort, the real question is, would we... I think that we would embark with just 7 peasants, because that's my favorite way to embark anyway. Gotta be doing pretty well on the metal side. The smith bronze, brass, platinum. I'm gonna make 3 stacks of platinum coins. I'm gonna do that. Starting with scholars might be a bit much. Might be a bit much. The problem, I think, would be, how do we get books? So I don't think you can start with books and writing material. Well, I know you could start with writing material, but you might also not live very long. Is that a Gorlak? There's a Gorlak just like clinging on the edge of this for dear life, going, oh god! A lot of water down there. Actually, how much water is down here? Oh, not that much. Good investment, Hoover. Frame rate's getting better. How are we doing over here? Water's draining. Well. Yeah, but that would just be a waste of starting stuff, you know? That stuff's not hard to make. But then if we steal them, then we are gonna have to deal with combat stuff. Not really, Bamboozler. Here's the thing. If you attack your own fort or rob your own fort, that's like signing your death note. So if we're gonna do a small scholar fort, not gonna go very well if I start attacking or stealing stuff from my own faction. Even dead forts will cause your own annihilation. So not a grand idea. The best way to get books in my experience is just to fucking buy them, actually. Did they just inundate you? 2 sieges a year? At least that's what happened the last time I started a civil war. It was multiple 2 to 3 sieges a year and hundreds and hundreds. Yeah, we could do that. And then just wait out sieges. Just wait out sieges. Alright, well, we made the platinum coins. Because last time I did a really small pop fortress like that, we had 1 axe lord and 1 hammer lord that we would send out to go steal books and artifacts and stuff. And they were very effective at it. You can look. View. This is a stack of 500 Zhang Bunbus platinum coin for the year 412. This is a platinum currency of Zhang Bunbus from the year 412. The front of the coin is an image of a coffin. On the coin's back is an exceptionally designed image of Manum Gragorotto, the dwarf and dwarves. Manum Gragorotto is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Manum to the position of Baroness in the year 111. Good stuff. So it's got a coffin on one side and the symbol of A dwarf being appointed an important job on the back. That's fitting. For a coin, anyway. Bit ominous? Yeah, bit ominous. But this is a pretty ominous group of dwarves. I mean, if I go to the world map and look at some of this stuff, dark dwarven pits of hatred. Dark dwarven fortress of hate prowled. We're, you know, no strangers to darkness. We're all part of the same faction. Set and repeat to library. That's kind of funny. I mean, I've never successfully managed to make a scholar write a book. So, there is that. If it still works. I mean, in a world where I haven't managed to successfully get anything written ever, I've had copies of books made. Seems helpful, Tapioca. Also seems like a real good way to use a mechanism. Like an artifact mechanism. Yay! We can now cancel melt objects. We're preparing so many lavish meals, my god. Smelting the garnerite ore. Making charcoal, making bone crafts. That's kind of redundant. Oh, hello! The forgotten beast Zospu Slothterstruck has come. A towering humanoid composed of rubicell. Has wings and a bloated body. Beware its deadly dust. This one is terrifying. Shit. Wonder if we could catch this one. Pause. Put everybody on break time. It's tough is what it is. Let's hope we have all these levers hooked up. Let's hope. Let's follow the beast. I also don't know how many... That's all blood in the water, by the way, all that red. It's all blood coming from the surface. The wings part is what's sketching me out here. If it didn't have wings, I'd fight it, but... What are you killing? A dwarf? Yep, a dwarf. Who is that? Idiotic dwarf. Oh, it's squiggly. Hauling a boulder. Well, he seems to be kind of leaving him alone, oddly enough. Yeah, it seems to be going around the dwarf, actually. Oh, there he goes. Perfect. Runs straight past the troglodyte. Let's hope that these levers are hooked up. Alright, you, right here, Disco Waffles. We're hauling this quartzite. Forbid it! Good, drop it. Come on. Oh, fucking moron. Will that make you drop it? Yeah. I mean, this one's gonna die. Let's also, put my military right here. Or is this uninvited guest? Still coming. Can I get a round of beers in chat for the dwarves that might be about to die, or the dwarf that might be about to die? Alright. Let's pull the lever. Sorry, Disco Waffles. You're a fucking moron. Who's dead? Disco Waffles is dead. When do you pull that lever? Actually, you know what? Screw this thing. I want to be able to get that dwarf's body. Kill this thing. We're real close to the hospital. If you're wearing anything. Nope. Although this is way too whimsy for fighting. Here it comes. Dwarf's going in. Getting a phone call from Amazon. Shit. Hold on. Alright, so I have to go pick up a package from Amazon. I shit you not, it's a hairbrush and a comb. Because I need a new one. My old one broke. I will be back in a few seconds, guys. But we killed the Forgotten Beast, so there's that. I'll be right back. I mean, Amazon did the worst sin of all, which is stealing the streamer. Excuse me while I open up this package. Took me a while to find the guy who went and parked in a weird spot. Yeah, literally, it's just... hairbrush and shit. Also, I have the fucking Matrix glasses, because god damn, it's sunny outside. So, true story, these are very serious transitions. See, proof I went outside. Which means I'm gonna die of the coronavirus now, right? Yeah, this is what I bought. Literally just comb and shit. Slightly worried about it was like, hey, it's Amazon. Oh no, not that Amazon. Literally, like, I have a package I need to go pick up from Prime. Kinda, yeah. There we. Oh, what? Barely tactical? Whoa! That was a rough fight. All right. Well, fuck. Gotta love the. I mean, the hospital's right there. Why aren't they taking them to hospital? None of them are even making it to hospital. God. That was tough, man. Gotta love that dust. I mean, it's gonna go away, don't worry. The Matrix glasses stuff. Give 'em 10 minutes and they'll transition back. My God. Yeah, so basically my entire military just died to this thing. Well, not the entire military, but a large portion of it. And a lot of them are having panic attacks. Or a lot of dwarves are having panic attacks. Another one went down. All of that dust making your skin melt off, ain't it grand? Tapioca's throwing a tantrum. Yikes. Getting wrecked here. Fighting that Forgotten Beast was the wrong decision. The better question is, why are none of my doctors doing anything? I do have 2 doctors. The fuck's my chief medical dwarf doing? Picking up equipment? What the hell, dude? I need a gravestone emote? You need to unlock me another emote then. I'm not getting rid of any of my emotes. I like them all too much. Disco Waffles has been found dead. It's the original one. It was definitely a fun decision. Shocked none of them have been taken into hospital yet. They're just down here bleeding out. My God. By getting subscribers. Here, let me give you the link. It's the affiliate's one of the partner one. There you go. So you start off with 1 emote slot. If you hit 65 subscribers, you get 7. 80, you get 8. 100 subscriber points, you get 9. 125, you get 10. 150, you get 11. 175, you get 12. 200, you get 13. 14 is 225. 15 is 250, etc. Here's the link. No, not 20 more. That's not how that works. Squiggly the Engraver's been found dead. That's not how that works. So, I have had... I think it's 600? Hold on, I can actually tell you. Because I already have more than 20. Like, Hold on, let me actually find it. Partner settings, emotes. Okay, currently we have 267 sub points because higher tier subs give more sub points. I need 700 subscriber points to unlock another emote. Currently, we're at 267 out of 700. I've had 600 sub points before. Basically, yes. My current goal is just, I always have a goal of earning 20 subs. That's always my goal. And if we hit 20 subs on the day, or 20 new subscriptions, additional subscriptions, I gift a sub. That's all that goal is. That goal is not to unlock an emote. So please don't gift those subs thinking that it'll unlock an emote, because it won't. I've had people do that before and I feel terrible. It's just small incremental goals that I have for the day. How many dwarves did we lose in total? Man, we lost 10 dwarves in that fight. That fucking beast was rough. They started working on those coffins yet? Nope. I really need them to start working on those coffins. It really did, yeah. I should have just locked it in there, but... I really wanted to try and save those dwarves, but that dust was brutal. The best part is we have a whole bunch of disorderly conduct charges and no one to blame for them because of that fight. All right, what the hell are my masons doing? Okay, so some of them are actually constructing stuff. Wait, what? How come coffin isn't listed on this? Order's been put out. Let's get rid of all those. Hey, Atomic, what up? Skunk, that's funny. As I should say, that stinks. Okay. That should make them go make coffins right now. There you go. Yeah, that one had deadly dust. Deadly dust is either not an issue in the slightest, or it kills everybody. And in this case, it seemed to have killed everybody. There we go, we're constructing coffins. Oh wait, were you asking about the... Yeah, what did the skunk have, Zapdos? I had my an entire fort slaughtered by a steel horse once. It was a steel horse with webs. It slaughtered my entire fort. It was devastating. Masterpiece coffin, as they should be. Which is disgusting. I mean, spittle is pretty disgusting, I can agree. Games like crack? I never got into Oxygen's Not Included. Never did it for me. Nicknamed Trojan? No. Wasn't nicknamed Trojan. Actually, can't remember the name of it. It was a something glass of death and blech. No, I'm not gonna say anything else about it, Zapdos. Why do you have to dwell on the things that make me upset, Zapdos? The things that make me sad, the things that hurt me. Is that your goal? To hurt me? As I shed a single tear? And sometimes it feels like people just like dwelling on things that hurt me. No, I think people just like seeing me rant, that's all. But I get tired of doing the same rants every day. No, quite. Hey, Virtue, what's up? I mean, I only have 2 cameras, so. I mean, there will definitely be pets shown on camera. There will definitely be pets shown on camera, but I'm not gonna make a specific pet cam. No? Virtue? Not ranting about anything. You know, if you guys just want me to be mad all the time, I'll just... Goodbye. Just kidding. But I don't like being mad all the time. Rants are not a good thing. I don't need to rant about everything, and I don't like being told that I'm about to rant about things. It's kind of like, hey dude, go get angry at this. I don't want to be angry. I like being in a good mood. I like having fun. So frankly, if you're just here to listen to me be mad about things, go away. Me too. Like, yes, sometimes I get angry at things, right? That does happen. But it doesn't need to be always. And I don't know. You guys make me sad, chat. Sheds a single tear. Yeah, I know what you mean, Bamboozler. No, totally. I realize it's just friendly banter. Virtue, don't worry. I know it's just friendly banter. But I'm pretty ranted out from this morning. Got into some genuine disagreements earlier today, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired, guys. Just want to play Dwarfs and hang out. Focus on the Dwarfs. And frankly, my snappiness is not a positive thing. That's me throwing a hairbrush. Oh no, another dwarf has been found dead. God. I don't even know what caused you to die. How many coffins am I making? 20. Let's make some more. We're out of logs, supposedly. I mean, it's hard to tell why that dwarf died. There was no combat log. Could have been a vast variety of things. What's this? Why did we jump up here? Oh, Chris JM has withdrawn from society in these trying times. Is there actually a dwarf? No, there isn't a dwarf even in the hospital. The weird thing is none of them got taken to hospital. Never have them when you do, right? All right, so you've claimed the clother shop. Grabbing colored fabric. More colored fabric. Looks like you're going for some sort of metal. I think that's a silver bar, and the game is saving. Is this game endless? In theory, yes. It's the biggest sandbox ever created. Like, there is no credits sequence win screen. In practice, you die eventually? Generally, yes. Alright, silver bars. Gems. Going for more metal. I think that's silver. It might not be, though. Nickel. Okay. I was grabbing nickel bars, not silver bars. Apparently mood spirals have been fixed somewhat. Leather. Cut gems. More blocks. You've begun your mysterious construction. 2 pigtail cloth. Nickel bars. Rough rock crystals. Ah, rock crystals. Nickel bars. Diorite blocks. Horse leather. Brillet cut yellow jaspers. And shale blocks. It's gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. Yes, there is a Steam version that is coming out, but better looking is debatable. It depends on what you like looking at. Personally, I really like looking at Dwarf Fortress as is without any added graphics packs. There's also plenty of free graphics packs already that make it better looking. But I am curious to see the Steam version, and we'll probably use the Steam version whenever that actually comes out. But it's very debatable as to whether or not it's better looking. More approachable, yes. Better looking, Things in 2 pieces. Could be a heavy piece of clothing, yes. Yeah, no, totally. But that's why I'm saying better looking is debatable. It depends on what you're used to. Personally, I really like the way this tile set looks. But it's kind of, this game's kind of like Minecraft in that there's more texture packs than people who play the game, basically. Why are you not making coffins? Why are you hauling boulders from so fucking far away? When there's boulders literally right where you craft. Give to pile. That's a craft store shop right there. That's carpenters, masons. That's the one that I missed. There you go. What's your one gripe? People say I don't play because I don't like the graphics style. Yeah, I don't know. That's, you know, people have unfollowed me because of that. When I say that, it's like, oh no, people don't play because they think they can't. Like, the thing that really bothers me about people who refuse to play Dwarf Fortress is when people say, oh, I don't play Dwarf Fortress because I don't like the look of ASCII. It's like, no, you don't play Dwarf Fortress because you're lazy. If you don't like the look of ASCII, you can totally change it away from ASCII with a tile set. People don't play it because it looks scary, not because it's actually scary. Oh, hey, the siege is over. Nice. I really want to know what that artifact is. Hauling out that forgotten beast. I mean, we drowned a lot of goblins, Flight. We really, really did. So I guess the big question about Newfort chat, do we want to... Man, they're still carrying bits and pieces of dwarves to the coffins. That's disgusting. Do we want to start with a new fort in a new world or same world? Chris Jam, the clother, has created Girith, Tulun, and a pigtail hood, and she offers it to the Board of Defenders. It's a hood. Harry Turpus, what's up? This is a pigtail hood. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with pigtail and encircled with bands of pigtail, and round rock crystal cabochons, and cushion yellow jasper cabochons. It is made from pigtail cloth. Thread is midnight blue with dimple dye. I lost my spot. This object is adorned with hanging rings of shale and menaces with spikes of nickel and horse leather. On the item is an image of Nish, Lashgulfs, the dwarf, and dwarves in nickel. Nish is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascending of the dwarf Nish to the position of queen of the Relic of Scouring in the year 3. On the item is an image of Cybrick, Cobalt Wash, the dwarf, and Diorite. This looks like Jim's arm put it in that pile, right? It's a cool artifact. It's worth 21,320. Very complicated one, I like it. You like same world? Tapioca's tantruming. You know what? Guys, the siege is over. We're burying corpses, but I think that this fort is going to go down in legends, you know? They may have taken losses, but the grand hulls and the architectural achievements that this fort has achieved are massive, I think. So I think it's time for us to say goodbye to Joyousfell, the Pit of Waters. It's time for us to create a small fortress of scholars in the north. Dude, learning how to say cabochon really reminded me yesterday that you learned pronounce Sealanoth? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Zapdos. I've never seen that word before. What's the longest date? I can't remember. I had like a 900-year-old world once. This one's like 500 something. Your fortress has settled into the rhythm of day-to-day living beyond your meticulous concern. All right, 4 hours and 30 minutes of streaming. I'm gonna go grab my sandwich. BRB.